Bitcoin's about to break higher over $53,000 in the next couple days, and dominance is going to go up with it, which is going to mean bad news for the altcoins. I'm always grateful to have you along for these Bitcoin TA videos. You can also check out our Bitcoin Liquidation Watch live stream. There's a link down below on the homepage. And just a sec before we get into the Bitcoin technical analysis, I wanted to bring up Bitcoin dominance in candles here with Bitcoin in the background. In the video I put out yesterday talking about the altcoin bear market proof, I was talking about the need for this RSI pattern to break as we're breaking this downtrend. And since I did that video, dominance has moved up. More importantly, we can see that the 12-hour MACD has crossed bullish as I was expecting. So when we zoom into the super small time frame for the 15-minute, we can see that we had a 1, 2, 3 bottom. There is a solid divergence, a bullish divergence setting up in the small time frame before this started to turn around. And at the end of the video, I'll go into the granular view and I'll show you more detail of how many coins were pulling out of hold stance and going into partial hold stance through this period while we had this bullish divergence building up in the MACD. When we return to a simple view of the 12-hour time frame for Bitcoin dominance, then what I'm really looking for is that we'll have a bottom formation here that is going to break its way out of this channel. And what I'm looking for here is confirmation with dominance pulling up, testing from above, and then showing strength from here. And the estimations of where it may go is up to anyone, but what I'll be watching for is a parallel channel going the other direction, and that when that parallel channel tops out, I'll be looking for support and resistance from the past. And as dominance makes its way up to any of these levels, I'll be watching closely for the 1, 2, 3 top formation at any of these ranges. And this is where I'll be expecting that the alts are going to be turning around and making some phenomenal bottom formations. And for my own part, this is where I expect that the real altcoin bull market is going to be starting. And now let's jump into Bitcoin prices. It's a key time to take a look at what I'm expecting, that reversal and a move up to 53,000. Our trading system doesn't say that there's a buy signal here yet at all. In fact, it's still short on this market, and it's not even looking to take profit on part of that until the 4-hour EMA crosses. My expectation is that we've come right to almost what we need for the edge to break through this downtrend line. We've gone sideways far enough that we are going to break down that trend line, or we're going to go considerably more bearish right now. And I do believe that we're going to be breaking up and above it right now as over the next day and a half. And as we go on to the MACD indicator for the 12-hour time frame, it's much the same pattern where I'm watching for a break of this downtrend line. But with the MACD, it's kind of cool because you can zoom in time frames and then start to watch what's going on a closer time frame. When this 4-hour breaks and crosses this line, we're on our way. Even though we're down this low, that trend line is that significant right now for me. This is my thinking. So really watch this on the 4-hour time frame. We will get the signal over in our Discord chat for the free alerts. When the 12-hour crosses over, we'll get a signal in our Discord chat and they'll let us know, but we don't have an alert set up for the 4-hour. It just crosses too often and we're just not watching this one that close. But for now, this is a really important setup in a time frame. When we go to the Ichimoku Cloud, it is bearish all the way along. So it is definitely not agreeing with my idea that we're going to be doing a Bollinger Band mean reversion bounce up to 53,000 and holding ourselves in this range. And it's not showing up in the Ichimoku Cloud at all. In fact, the 1 hour is bearish. If I go to the 4-hour, it's bearish. The blue line is crossed below the red and it's below the cloud. This is a downtrend continuation signal right here, very much against what I am thinking. The 12-hour Ichimoku Cloud is also bearish and has a long ways to go before it will turn around and say that the trend has changed. So what I'm really relying on is historical prices, my bias that this is still a bull market and that Bitcoin is going to be bouncing and going higher. And by matching those historical price moves to my bias and the current price charts, I get this idea that I think we're going to be going higher from here. And the big power is getting down into the small time frames right now. We can see in the 1 hour Bollinger Bands that as prices spiked up and outside that third standard deviation, they got slammed back down pretty quickly. What I'm looking for is a similar move where we get a spoke down and then prices really move back up in kind of a Bart Simpson move that is equivalent in size to this to bring us almost all the way back up, but only to 53,000 before it runs out of steam. So it's not going to be quite as big and dramatic, but this is what I'm looking for, is the tag on the outside of that third standard deviation and then a big move up. And if that happens, we're going to get a confirmation on our RSI pattern. We'll get a confirmation on our MACD pattern at the same time. So it's going to be really key if we get this Bollinger Band mean reversion. And so this is why my eyes are really focused on what is Bitcoin dominance doing out of this pattern. Should Bitcoin break out and go higher and dominance break out with it, the alts are going to get crushed. And we're going to see that in a granular view by using the Crypto SmartWatch. If you're not a subscriber to the Crypto SmartWatch, be sure to sign up. This is an important tool for everyone who's trading cryptocurrencies. This spreadsheet saves so much time in your trading, and it has outperformed my own personal trading since we've created it, so I am super stoked and excited to recommend it to others. Thanks again for joining me in this video. I'm always interested to hear your comments. Be sure to trade safe and keep those losses small.